Hey YNR fans, welcome back to Soap Family. The Young and the Restless just hit us with an intense cliffhanger that's bound to cause chaos in Genoa City. Can you believe Mariah walked away from her wife Tessa and their daughter Aria? She's grappling with guilt over something she claims she can never confess. But what if the truth is even more mind-blowing than fans could have ever imagined? The guy Mariah hooked up with during her trip is actually Tessa Porter's biological dad. It might sound outrageous at first, but once you dive into Tessa's mysterious past and Mariah's cryptic guilt, the pieces really start to come together, revealing a chilling picture. Tessa's backstory has always been a bit of a mystery, especially compared to many characters in Genoa City. So, she had a really tough childhood, moving from place to place, and there was a long period where she was not in touch with her sister Crystal. Their parents were mostly absent or harmful, but the identity remained a mystery. And now, a detail that could potentially come back to haunt her in a truly devastating way. Tessa has dedicated years to overcoming that pain, creating a beautiful life alongside Mariah and their daughter. Just when it looked like everything was finally coming together, her whole world could be on the brink of falling apart. So, imagine this. Mariah sets off on her solo trip, right? It was supposed to be her time to reset, but then things take an unexpected turn when she spotted having drinks with an older guy she clearly isn't familiar with. She's now having flashbacks where they're laughing, flirting, and then, bam, they share that unforgettable kiss. YNR fans, this was more than just a drunken mistake. This guy was actually looking for her on purpose, fully aware of her identity. He recognized Mariah from those photos or social media posts, knowing she was Tessa's wife, and he just never let on who he really was. He might have shared a half-truth about having a daughter, but he never actually mentioned her name. Mariah, in a vulnerable moment, might have easily stepped into a trap without even noticing she was being played. You won't believe the look of horror on her face when she walked through that door. That wasn't just guilt over cheating, it was the heavy burden of having crossed an unimaginable line. Mariah's declaration to Tessa, "You don't know what I did," means something more sinister than we imagined. So when Tessa thought it was just a one-night stand and extended her forgiveness, Mariah's reaction was absolutely heartbreaking. She looked even more crushed. What she did wasn't just betrayal. It was a complete violation of their shared life, their family, and the very foundation they built together. How do you even begin to look into your wife's eyes and say, "I accidentally slept with your estranged father"? That's a tough one, right? And that's precisely why Mariah is leaving Genoa City. Hey everyone, let's take a moment to remember that Tessa and Crystal's childhood was marked by abuse and neglect. If this guy is really their biological father, there's a good chance he's not exactly a saint. It seems like Mariah might have found herself in a situation that's a bit more sinister than she expected. And now she's coming to terms with the fact that she may have been manipulated or taken advantage of. If this older man has a risky past, Mariah could be looking out for Tessa and Aria, shielding them from more than just emotional pain. This could ignite a storyline that's been hidden for way too long. Imagine Tessa confronting her past trauma and finally standing up to the man who influenced her early life in such a negative way. Just imagine Tessa discovering who Mariah had that fling with, and it turns out to be the same guy who left her and Crystal in the dust, or even worse, mistreated them. This betrayal is going to be layered, absolutely devastating, and pure dramatic gold. Mariah and Tessa's love has faced challenges in the past, but this time, it's about to be put to the ultimate test. If Mariah really did sleep with Tessa's biological father, even if it was unintentional, the betrayal might be way too massive to recover from. So that's all for now. If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon.